Hispanic Heritage Month is a time for Americans to explore their understanding and appreciation for different Hispanic and Latino cultures. For many Americans, the ability to learn more about these cultures comes from Hispanic Americans who share their native countries with their American communities. Nicole Christine sat down with a Colombian-American photographer in Terre Haute. She learned about the power of sharing cultures and the growth that can come from the process.
If the language is alive, like in the indigenous, well, the culture is going to be alive.
For Colombian-American photographer Alexandra McNichols Torredo, language keeps culture alive, and that language can be communicated in photographic form as strongly as in spoken word. Alexandra's portfolio of work showcases her abilities to make a statement about Colombian culture through several mediums.
I produced these two books with poetry and my photography and a lot of artistic imagination, but also I do the journalistic side. So very important, I have those two sides that actually I acquired in my BA in Colombia.
Alexandra has collaborated with publications from The Guardian in the UK to El Espectador in Colombia to Terre Haute's Tribune Star. Alexandra's current work centers around creating an understanding of the coca leaves, which come from plants native to western South America.
It really means a lot because we have this heritage. The Incas used to consider coca leaves as the divine leaf.
Her work on the subject has led to placement in several exhibitions, and one photograph of young boys chewing coca leaves and playing instruments has garnered particular praise and been awarded by prestigious curators.
The musical band, I went with there to all of the classes, and they were always so cheerful, you know, with the flute and the drums and chewing coca, and I asked them to pose. The photograph looks to be a photograph from another period of time, and that was my intention, that we are talking about the heritage of these indigenous people.
Alexandra says a war surrounding the coca leaf and its role in the production of cocaine can be stopped through education.
We have a lot to reverse. To understand that we've been fighting this plant is a sacred plant and it's so good.
And during that education process, Alexandra says an understanding of different cultures can be found.
Every country and every community is different. So sometimes people do generalizations. Along this year, there has been created this fear that all us, and especially we Colombians and Central Americans, we are people with illnesses or bandits or dealers or killers, and that is not the truth.
The truth, rather, is seen in the culture Alexandra works to illuminate in her photographs and her lectures.
We need to think about progress in different ways, so I feel it's my mission.
Alexandra will be speaking at Rose-Hulman on October 22nd. The public is welcome to attend and see more of her work.